Hello fellow wizards, welcome back to another video about Conqueror's Blade. You've probably clicked on this title and thought, hey, I'm a beginner in Conqueror's Blade, I don't know how everything works out. How do I... Electros, please educate me. And don't worry about it, kiddo, I'm here to educate you all about it. So first, this is my character, Electro-Wizard, as you see in the title. Level 41. I'm gonna explain a little bit about that later. But first we're gonna just start out as you are gonna probably start out in the first few seconds of the game. You start a game up, click a server, and you'll get probably this screen. You will get a loading screen. Every night you've seen day of a war without end burning. Just go too fast, but it's... Right, we're here to stop a rebellion. This is me. Or this is you to test out the controls. F2 is to place your units. Explain where you need to go.
Get going.
C is to let your people follow you, and if you press control and then click, you can make them go up the ladder. Wait, I'm just... So, and they'll go up the ladder. So let's do that ourselves. Press F, and you'll go up. Mostly in this tutorial you will find out yourself how things work, but let me just... So now your troops are on the wall.
Follow me.
Boys over here. Your boys will attack the enemy, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna position our troops here and charge at them. And there we go. That is literally the tutorial. Just go up the ladder, destroy a few units, and there we go. Trebuchets, lovely things. Then after that, loading screen, and where does your legend begin? What do you want to be, my boy? Young were you child, your family gives shelter to a knight who was lost. The next morning he asked you walk him through the woods to safety. On his way he asked you about your family. You answered, what in these questions, I don't know if they have real accomplish in the game, but they will do something. You'll give an answer and you will give a certain amount of agility, strength, or armor. I mostly go for strength. Then the knight nodded and asked you to cope with living under such tyrannical lord. You answered, I'm not afraid of him, or for toughness or something like that, or just take something that you like. And then moments later, a group of knights banned the same silver insignia as your companion rode up and saluted him. He mounted up on a spare horse and he threw you a coin by way of thanks as they galloped you off. You swore to help the poor or something like that, or I'm gonna go for strength, and years later when recruits came to town bearing the same silver star, you were the first step forward. And then you can become male, female. I go for male because I'm a male. I'm no female. And you can do whatever you want, like get yourself a beard, get yourself a scar or something. How about an eye patch? You want that? How about some cool hair? You want red hair? Here you go. You can do whatever you want. You can change the eye, just everything. But that's of course what you want to do on your own. Like, I'm not gonna show you all of that. So good luck with creating your own character, and you can get your name. I'm gonna do YOLO. We are cool. Because why not? And that's actually a name that I can use. What the heck? So this war-torn world needs noble heroes. Take your first step into becoming something. Cool. And there we go. And you're in a mercenary camp. You can go for normal mode or cinematic mode. It explains here what it is. If you send in a player character, or after standing still, this camera closes in on the right shoulder. But I'm going for the normal mode because that's way more handier. And you start out as your character. Everything after this is just very explanatory. Like, I don't have to explain it because you just go to a character. Everything will be explained very easily. But what I do want to explain is the which weapons and which armor you have to use after you pick your weapon. Like, whenever you pick a weapon, there's a certain armor or difficulty after it that you have to learn or cope with. So I'm gonna get there and show you how that works, and I'll be right back. Right, we're here. We're in the training yard. This is Sir Rupert. Lovely fellow. Green, white. A lion on a chest. A shield and a sword. Is that a long sword? I think it is. A few training dummies, a few guys just training. A guard and a training rack or a weapon rack. As you can see above me, there's choose a weapon by going to the weapon rack and pressing F to open it. So we're doing that. As you can see, you can here learn a weapon or choose a weapon that we want to learn. You can go for the Nobashi, the Clave, longsword and shield, short bow, dual blades, polar axe, spear, bow, short sword and shield, and the musket. I have the polar axe, but as you can see, whenever you go to a certain weapon, you see that the icon in the middle changes. So here it is difficulty very high, mobility is very high, and power is very high, but reach, damage, and defense are very low. But here on the polar axis, difficulty is medium high, damage is very high, power is very high, reach is medium, mobility is low, and defense is low as well. But as you can see, there's many difference. Here's defense very high, but reach and damage are medium, but mobility and power and difficulty are very low. Mostly difficulty is also how difficult the weapon is to use, or how the playstyle is very difficult to use. I said I have the polar axe. I mostly go for that weapon because I just like the aesthetic of it. I just really like it. You can see difficulty is pretty high, damage is pretty high, power is pretty high, and that kind of stuff. But if you click on it, it doesn't show right now, or I missed it. So can I let them interact with it? Well, it doesn't show right here, but I don't know when it does show, but in a certain every weapon also has its own armor. I mean, like when you're a polar axe, your mobility is very low, so you need to be a little bit more tanky. You need to have more armor, so you need to have heavy armor. But if you're like a dual blades, your mobility is very high, and your defense is really low, and that kind of stuff. So you need to be light armored. You need to run around the battlefield, so you go for light armor. But for, so for short bow and long bow also light armor to quickly run around, but like for polar axe and glaive and spear, maybe heavy armor, probably for Nodashi and the long sword and shield and the short sword and shield, probably medium armor to be more mobile and that kind of stuff. That all depends on what you choose. Like Musk is also light armor, just because, I mean, you're a musketeer. Your weapon doesn't shoot many times, or you cannot defend yourself very well, so you need to be light armored and to run away faster after you shot or did your actions. But in a polar axe, you're not that fast. As you can see, the mobility is very low, so you need to stand your ground and do as much damage as you can before the enemy collapses, or you die, or you get help from your allies. So that's why always choose the best armor. So if my best guess is just go heavy armor, light armor, medium armor, light armor, or medium armor, heavy armor, medium armor, light armor. Or you can also go for something different, but like I'm not stopping you, but it's just not the best choice by my guess. Like maybe there are guys out there that says like, oh no, you need to polar axe? No, you need to go medium armor. It's way better. Like, in my case, I like medium armor or heavy armor way more on my polar axe, because I can just tank the enemy, or for the enemy that does back down when they ever see me coming. So yeah, I will be right back explaining a little bit, few more things. But first, I need to change my character to my level 41 character, so I'll be right back. Right, we're here in my level 41 character. I just got whispered, and we'll get back to that later. As you can see, my armor here: heavy armor, and heavy armor. Oh no, wait, it's medium armor. I assumed my honor. No, that's just kidding. But here is which level you are, which rank, how much experience you need, how much leadership you have, more. Here's for the health, stamina, all that stuff that you need to learn. Like, I don't know how much that works or how it works in game, but just get as much as damage and health and stamina and all of this just as high as possible. Like, then you're just a tank in game. It's no problem. but each time you level up, you can put an attribute point in one of your attributes. So you can go for strength, agility, armor, and toughness, and each one gives a point. So strength will give you more health, agility will give you more mobility, but armor gives you more defense, and toughness gives you like more. No, will give you more health, and strength gives you more damage. That's how it is. You can get your own mount, run around the battlefield, get yourself some better equipment, like better saddles, better tracks and leg guards. This will give your horse better armor or better defense, more faster riding speed, that kind of thing. You can get your own attire to look way better, something like this, or you want to look like this, but you have to, again, it's you have to pay for it, so don't worry about it. You have your skills. You start with just only this one, push back, but later as you level up you can get more points, mastery points and skill points, and you can use like back the carbine or get the old billy hook, weapon dance, Halbert Deer's Trust and Grim Harvest, and later get the legendary skill traits as Rough Justice and Laborka Strike. And you can see here the other skills, and you can unlock them. Do you want to unlock one? Nah, not yet, but here's your career. You can get how much battle you fought, how many victories, win rate, achievements, how many badges you have, that kind of things. You can win these in battles. That will all be explained in when you start up the game. It's very basic, so that's why you don't have to worry about that. So if you press P, you go to your where we've just been. If you go to U, you can see your barracks. You can see your melee infantry that you can buy and train. Your ranged infantry and cavalry. That's your barracks. So this one you can train or use in combat. You have your unit tree. You can train or get your better units. So I have the Iron Crab Swordsman, but you can also go for the Iron Rapier. So that's at the way end, at the Golden Era. But you can also go for shields, javelin chargings, javelins. You can go for better archers. You can go for crossbowmen. You can go for longbowmen, shortbowmen, musketeers, Imperial Border Guards. You have here Conqeurors, Iron Cap Scouts Cavalry, and you have bow riders. So this is ranged cavalry, short sword cavalry, and this is lance cavalry. This one as I have, pretty useful because you can get the winged hussars. Those are freaking good. And you have, of course, this, but I don't know the chevalier units. I don't know what that does, but it looks very cool. Maybe I have to get it one day. Okay. Here, see, I did it. But I think this is not way better or way worse than the other units that you can get. Probably just because they have different attire, just to... Maybe that's a thing, but... Yeah, like this. You want guys on horses with a long stick? Well, here you go. And you also have technology. This is mostly used when you go outside the world. You can research this. It costs experience. Experience can be gained if you go to right. You can go to fiefs and other houses in the game. You can get whenever there's a war, you can claim fiefs for yourself or for your house. You have resources. At these resources you can use your experience or gain experience, and that way you can like level up your technologies to get even more benefits from those resources. If you go to E, you can watch your inventory. K is who your friends are. N is or in my case, is your house or your alliance, if you have one. I don't have an alliance yet because I need to level up. This is my house, Battle Brothers. So if you're interested in a house and you in the right province in the game, you can, and in the right server, you can also join my house. You're free to join. Just have to speak English or have Discord. Like, you don't have to, but just be regularly online and be just a person. That's all I care. Just be able to talk English and be online. That's cool enough. Not many, but not one of my greatest disadvantages. Thief management. This is if you have conquered any thieves and stuff, but we don't have any, so tag rates or quests, no, we don't have any. C is for your everything you can buy. I have 0. You can buy these attires for your units. You can go for your own attire. You can get consumables for more experience for your units and for your hero. Vault keys. You can get stuff here if you buy. V is for your market, so you can sell and buy things here. So if you have a lot of items that you don't want and you want to sell them, you cannot do that here. L is all your quests. Your quests you can get from the sheriff or the people that are inside of the thieves. O is your weekly daily reward sign-ins. Here there are activities. There are none yet, so I've been offline for 3 days because I was busy this week, and well, I've no mail, and X is for well, this is more explained. Extraction site. You can get, if you get a certain thing or a certain item from a quest, you can use the excavation site and you can get certain items like legendary cyclum, epic cyclum, rare, uncommon, common, and some bronze coins. Or you can get doctrines. These ones will level up your well, just your units to make them better, more damage, more health, that kind of thing. You can go for scavenging, you can buy things, you can even get better units, but you don't want to do that because that's a lot. And you also have F5, and F5 is this. This is seasonal things. I have not tried it out yet, but you can, if you buy a battle pass, you can get a certain attire, get degrees of gods, you can get a lot of experience, a lot of items. You have challenges that you can use. You can have seasonals. You have a seasonal store where you can buy stuff for your units or for your horse or yourself. And here's just how far you are, how many tokens you have, how many challenges you've done, how many glory you have, that kind of stuff. J is for battles. You mostly start with this one and then go for field battles, siege battles, and territorial wars, something more when you're older or have more levels. Expeditions, free battles, all be explained to you when you're higher level. So it luckily in this game it's very easily explained. That's a good thing about this game. Like the explanations are very good, very easy to do. You'll understand it very swiftly, so you don't have to worry about it. Probably we'll make another video next week about talking more about what is the world. Maybe more go in depth about alliances and houses. Maybe go a little bit more into thieves and stuff, or resource collecting. But for now, I'm just here. I just want to talk about this, just so you guys can start up the game. Maybe join my house. yeah, so don't worry about it. You're a new player. Always just look at the game, try it out. Just in a few minutes you always know what you're doing. And if you're a more experienced player looking at this thinking, what? You didn't talk about that. Well, leave it down in the comments. Leave a like, leave a follow, subscribe, and I will talk about it next video. But what I'm mostly gonna do is just make more memes about the game, because that's the thing you guys probably enjoy way more. And I hope to see you in game. Goodbye.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series, I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number 1, but you in the year you lose, so best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done, cause we only just begun. I review you, 0 vibe is gone. So come on, T-Series, looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna.